Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm Megan Barthels. Welcome to this week's edition of Guadalupe Valley Views for Friday, July 19th.
On the show, we've talked to the local chambers of commerce and we've talked to the economic development folks, but I figured it was time to take a step into Downtown Gonzales and talk to some folks who, I don't know if they agree with me when I call them dear friends of mine, but have been friends for a long time, and they run a great business, been in business for 11 years now, or going on 11 years at Angels and Outlaws, talking to Andy and Amy here. And thank you for letting me come in and crash the party and try a couple of things on this afternoon.
Hey, welcome, Egan. Good to see you. Nice to have you.
Thank you for having me. You doing okay over there?
Oh, yeah, doing good.
All right.
You said you were going to try stuff on. I'm waiting to see you in a dress, Egan.
Well, that's the beauty about radio. You'll never know what happened here today. But one of the things that I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about is local business, because, you know, you hear and you read and things like that say support local business. But I want to kind of start back. When you guys first came to town, y'all were on St. Paul Street, right there at the corner of St. Paul and St. Andrew, and actually moved into this building that was the former Mormon's Drugstore building in downtown Gonzales on the square. But I want to go before that. What made y'all have this crazy idea to open up a retail store together?
Well, we've always known that we were going to do something together. We grew up together, best friends all through life, went to college together. So
our kids are the same age. Our kids go to school together.
Yes, so we always knew we'd want to do something. And I kind of started doing some market days and stuff with my mom. And, you know, market days is kind of just more like crafter people coming out to look. And so we decided that we'd try to take it to the next level, and we rented a space and started working together. And Amy's always wanted to have a boutique and do something like that, so she was the first person I thought of, the first person I wanted to do business with. So we just paired up, and it's been good ever since.
Well, when you start off in the deal, Amy and I were talking. Well, all three of us were talking earlier before we started recording for the show this afternoon. And after 11 years and seeing where you started and where you are today, was it anything like you ever dreamed it was going to be?
It's better than we ever could have dreamed. It's a lot of hard work. People look at the boutique business and think it's easy, that this is something everybody can do. But we work really hard. We work long hours. Andy never rests because she's always online selling. But it's the most rewarding thing that I think we've done. We get to work with our best friend every day. We get to see amazing customers, people. Our customers end up coming in as customers, but they leave as friends. So it's something that is so rewarding and fulfilling.
You talk about that, and I mean, that's one of the many benefits of doing this. But one thing that, when you talk about local shops like Angels and Outlaws, the only word is that I can describe it is it's unique because it's one of a kind. There's nothing else like it. Now, you may see other boutique places in other cities, but there's the only place like this where, you know, the kind of customer service that you give people. And that's why I want to circle it back around to the importance of shopping local. You can either, and don't let me put words in your mouth, I guess you can either accept that people are going to shop online, or they can come into the retail stores themselves and look at it in person. And while the convenience of shopping online, y'all have actually embraced that, and that's helped your business locally in region and possibly even statewide to visitors to the community.
Oh, yeah. We have a big presence on Facebook and Instagram, and we've also had national advertisements in Texas Monthly, Cowboys and Indians, and we've had a lot of people travel to us from Dallas, Austin, San Antonio. They come and they'll even stay the weekend here. Sometimes they just come just to shop with us and find out what else is going on in Gonzales. So we're really thankful and glad to have them.
You know, when you talk about tourism in the community, obviously one of the most historic places in Texas with the home of the cannon and stuff, but people don't realize that there's a lot more, not discrediting that at all by no means, but there's a lot more that bring people to town than just some of our sightseeing. But that, for those people that probably came in from Dallas, that was a bonus to them, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, definitely. They always come in, they shop with us, they hang out with us for a while, and then they always want to know what else is there to do. And we kind of give them our little backstories, and then we send them to the other shops. And the cool thing, I think, is that locally, even all your business owners have something. You know, they knew somebody that knew somebody in history, and they have their own little spin on it. And so I think people enjoy that, just talking to the local business owners.
This question, I'm not hesitant to ask, but because how hard is it to start a business, and especially 10 years ago, when you look at Downtown Gonzales, and I've said this with doing some volunteer work downtown, where we could come down here Thursday evening, you could run around down there in your underwear, but I mean, you could, and nobody would have seen you. I say that, there's a few people that come through town, but there was absolutely no shopping really available that I'm aware of. And then you had the restaurants start open. You move into downtown, but that first couple of years, were they kind of scary?
Aiken, I think that when Andy and I moved our business to Gonzales, we were very afraid, but the community embraced us, and it was difficult for a while, but the community embraced us, and Andy and I started over on St. Paul in a little tiny store, and then we bought this building and moved in over here. And I think that since we've moved in, things have started to happen downtown. I'm not saying we're the catalyst, but I'm glad that we moved in downtown. We wanted to be downtown. We wanted to be in the history of it all, right by the courthouse, right by the old jail, right in the middle of it. I mean, we could have moved over on the bypass, but this is our history. This is where it's at. Rehabbing these old buildings down here, bringing outside people downtown to Gonzales is one of Andy and I, one of our proudest achievements is getting people downtown and to see what's happening around us, the old buildings coming back to life, people moving in, things going on. That's pretty amazing to watch.
Yeah, it really is, and even after 10 years.
And you can't run around downtown in your underwear anymore on a Thursday or Friday night.
Not even on a Monday or Tuesday. You'll get a nice visit from the Gonzales police, and nobody wants that.
Right.
And I had a question for you, and I just totally forgot about that because I pictured myself doing just that, and nobody wants to picture that anyway. With local business, and I think this community, and again, it's personal opinion, is very fortunate because you can drive to other downtown communities who are that aren't as viable. And one of the things that you and I mentioned earlier is like getting support from your local businesses. You may have seen the memes, whether they be on Facebook or Instagram or on the internet, where it says, shop local, because the big box stores and the online companies aren't going to support your local youth football team or your cheer camp or your ag program. And you guys are very heavily involved in the community as well with some of these youth organizations.
Oh, yeah, definitely with the youth organizations. We have kids walking in every day that need help with cheerleading or their basketball or any, football, anything, and we definitely always try to give back to that. We're also pretty involved in any boards in the community. Amy's been on the chamber board. I'm on the hospital foundation board, so we try to stay involved and find the places that need the most, and we try to give back as much as we can. There's been many years that we've gone without a paycheck because we've just given back to the community just because it's the right thing to do, and just what you do. So it's helped us grow and help the community grow.
Well, what can you say to somebody who hasn't come by to see it yet? And you invite them into your store, because this is a beautiful place. I mean, y'all came in, y'all remodeled the whole building. I know this was some time back, but I mean, it looks nothing like it once did.
Most people, I think, when they walk in and they've never been in here before, like the first thing they say is, "Wow, this place is cool. You have so much stuff in here. I can't believe it." We have lots of clothes, lots of jewelry, shoes, just a little bit of everything, and people are shocked that this is in downtown Gonzales.
And we try to keep it really diverse in what we carry and diverse in the price, because we are in a small town. So, not everybody can shop just high end, and some people do want high end, and some people want, more of a mid range. So we just try to keep it diverse for everybody. So we feel like there is a little something for everybody, and we would be glad to meet new friends and glad to have new customers in.
And you do carry men's shirts in the back. I do know that.
We have a few T-shirts, yes.
I knew that. I was waiting. I was going to look. But I don't know that if I came in here and asked the questions that I wanted to ask, because this is the first time to come and actually talk business about doing business in downtown Gonzales. But you have a lot of great customers, and you shed a lot of light on things that normally I would never really think about or get to see. So I appreciate that. And we mentioned on social media and things like that where people can do that online shopping earlier, but I forgot to give them the website address and where to find you on Facebook and stuff like that. But before we get that, is there any other things that you may have wanted to share with us this afternoon that I may have forgotten to ask?
Egan, I think you totally hit on it earlier. I know that buying through Amazon is probably super simple, but buying at Angels and Outlaws is pretty simple too. We have a lot of our local customers that get home after work. They don't want to come in during the day. It's hot. We understand you don't want to get out of your car. They get home, they get online, or they get on their phone and they surf through Facebook or Instagram, and they see stuff that they want. They send their email, we send them an invoice, they tell us, I'll pick it up at the shop tomorrow. They come in tomorrow, grab their stuff. I mean, we'll even meet them outside with it if they need us to. And I know Amazon can get it to you in a day or two, but we can get it to you the next day too, and I think we do a pretty good job of that. And our customers really like that, the ease, the convenience of just running in and grabbing their stuff and going.
Definitely. And then, the more shoppers we have, the more it does allow us to give back to the community and be involved.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate y'all notching a little time out of your schedule to visit with me this week. It means a lot, and thanks for letting me come in and crash y'all's party.
Well, thanks for coming and see us. Now we need to try those dresses on you.
That's Andy and Amy with Angels and Outlaws in Downtown Gonzales. Now let's go across the square here on the other side of the firehouse and walk into the old jail and talk to Daisy Scheske Freeman, the Executive Director of the Gonzales Chamber of Commerce, Agriculture, and Visitor Center on this week's edition of Guadalupe Valley Views.
Daisy, thanks for letting me crash the office today.
Always a pleasure, Egan.
I appreciate you taking a little time out of your busy schedule. The phone's been ringing like crazy, so if it rings during the show, hey, that's the way it works around here. You've got a couple of things coming up. One of the this time of year, we kind of start looking towards fall and come and take it. But before we get to that, you have a workshop coming up in August. It's called Social Media for Your Business. Before we get into that, you've been, I guess the term is social media queen around the county, because you've kind of latched on personally on social media and been involved in it for a long time. But you, on first hand, have seen the impact social media can help with not only individual campaigns and causes, but as well as businesses.
You're right, Egan. The Chamber has been really involved with the Texas Chamber of Commerce Executive, and since we won first place in social media for the past several years, we were actually appointed to the media chairperson position for that establishment.
Now, on that, you all have different accounts, and we'll get to those in a little while. Obviously, Facebook, but you have the Instagram. I think you did Pinterest, you on Snapchat, anything else? Twitter, anything? Is there any other new platform that we need to be downloading and looking at yet?
Not really, but get a hold of Snapchat.
Oh, that's
and
next.
Instagram. Those are the top two right now.
Well, perfect. Well, talk to me about this workshop that's coming up in August. What is it about? Where is it going to be held? And what can people kind of learn from the said workshop?
Our facilitator is going to be Sheila Scarborough, and she is based out of Austin. She is a part of many different social media groups, and especially ones that work with rural small communities. And we hope that everybody enjoys her presentation. And she's going to show, anywhere from beginner to advanced, what social media can do for your business, how to promote your product or your mission over those social media outlets.
With that, when is the day of the event and the time of the event, and what's it cost to attend?
So I will say this is a partnership with the Gonzales Economic Development Corp. So Janora and I have been working together on this program. It's going to be $15 per person. Lunch will be provided, and it's from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on August 8th, 2019 at the Presbyterian Church.
All right. And if people want to find out more information on that, you have it on your Gonzales Chamber of Commerce website, as well as if you haven't, talking about media and just email blast and things like that, you have it on the Canon Blast as well that people can subscribe for at your chamber website. We mentioned come and take it, and kind of shifting into that direction a little bit more. You have the new tradition, I guess this is going to be the third year of voting for Miss Gonzales County.
Correct. This will be our third year. The Royal Court used to be on a pageant basis where we had judges and they would win, queen, princess, and so forth. We worked with Luling, Watermelon Thump, on changing how we picked our Miss Gonzales. So the voting will take place on September 28th, which is the week